I got to see Wicked for Good with early access. It made me feel like a YouTuber, but it was just because we were signed up for Amazon and we could get tickets early. So this review is going to come out a few days earlier than normal. So, it does make me feel cool. It makes me feel like I'm a YouTuber. So I will keep the spoilers out of it. Now, when it comes to Wicked, the story, I have always loved it. It was the first play that I actually seen on stage. I didn't see the Broadway, but I saw, the professional performance of it. And this play blew me away. I remember crying after every single scene. This was about 8 or 9 years ago. And granted, that was my first experience ever for a type of show like that. So yeah, it blew me away in every aspect of it. I was crying my eyes out every scene. And I wasn't expecting these movies to do that for me as much as the play did. And they definitely didn't. But there's a lot of really good things in the movie version. I love how they take the normal story, they take the regular story, they make really no changes of it, and they make it cinematic. There's a lot of big reveals in part 2 in For Good, and in the play they can happen really fast, and in the movie they just do it more cinematically. You got a close-up shot, you got the camera coming up to give the big reveal. It's a lot slower, and it's just the cinematic version. They had elements like that in the first part of Wicked as well. I really liked in the popular song when Galinda stands on top of all of her suitcases and gives a big la, like she's on stage. And it's just cool how they just transferred it from the stage to the movie and let the movie elements shine. They had flashback scenes, they had close-ups, they had slow reveals, very cinematic. And the story of Wicked is just so timeless. You can say that it's kind of cheesy or a little bit silly, but all the themes of the story, like love, friendship, and betrayal, are scattered in the best films ever made. And even though at its core, Wicked is just a story about a bunch of high school kids growing up together, it really ends up being an epic story just because of those underlying themes and the way they make it feel. That's what I love about sequels to end off a franchise. They just feel so epic. I remember watching the last Maze Runner movie, and I hadn't seen the other two in a really long time, and I didn't really understand the story that was going on because I couldn't remember the other two, but it felt epic. And there is a win from that. That being said, just because these movies are out, I wouldn't skip on seeing the musical itself. There's a lot in the stage performance that you just can't get on screen. And even though I said I did like the slow reveals and the cinematic buildups, there is something about the quick, intense stage version of those reveals. Sometimes the slow burn can make it feel like, okay, get to the point, especially because I already knew the reveals. I was just kind of waiting for those moments to happen. Sometimes I was a little bit impatient, to be honest, during this movie because they happen so fast in the stage version. It's like, bam, big music plays and all of a sudden there's this big reveal. It's like, it can hit you harder in the stage version just because of how quick it is. And with these two movies, the story can feel pretty long. It's much longer than the stage play itself. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It's not something that I'm going to go back to and watch the movies back to back for fun. I'm just going to go watch my favorite scenes. I really like the popular song, and I really like Defying Gravity song, and then I like the big reveals of the second part. So if I'm ever going to go back to watch any parts of these, I'm just going to watch my favorite parts. It's not something that I'm going to spend the time to watch this entire more than 4-hour long story. And because I got early access, I am officially a YouTuber. So please subscribe and please like this video. Me and my brother Kenny, the Boltage Bros, will be doing a live stream at the end of the month, talking about all the movies that we saw during the month. I'll be talking about the new movies that I watched in the theaters, but we'll also just be talking about other movies that we enjoyed throughout the month. So subscribe so that you can join us on the live stream when that happens. I've got a bolt.